Ever thought about how in the fall season, a lot of things get to shedding away? People get to falling off or falling away. A lot of pain and hurt happens in a season where it's supposed to be harvest season. It's supposed to be the season that you're supposed to be getting ready to gather all of these things. But then when fall season comes, transition, changes, heartache, pain, shedding, falling away, all comes with it. And so what I noticed in the fall season, as me and God has been talking about the different seasons, is that those things have to happen. And sometimes we will hold on to things that are supposed to shed. We will hold on to people that are supposed to fall off. They're supposed to change. You know, you don't know when fall season happens until you start seeing the leaves change. They go from green to like an autumn color. Some leaves fall off. Some leaves stay on the tree. And we like to hold on. But could you imagine a tree actually saying no and trying to grab all the leaves that already has served all of their purpose, and now it's trying to grab all the leaves that's supposed to be falling off? That's supposed to be falling off for room for other stuff to grow in that area. So as me and God was just talking and meditating, and he was just like, fall season, it is a season of harvest and gathering, but it's also a season of shedding. It's also a season of falling away. And those shedding and falling away does come with heartache, because when you get ready to harvest, you can't carry that weight. You look at farmers who getting ready to harvest during harvest season, they may be carrying a bag, but that bag is empty. Why? Because they need to have room to be able to receive all the things they've been planting in all the other seasons. Now today we ain't gonna talk about the other seasons, but make sure you subscribe, because we are gonna talk about winter season, spring season, and summer season, and dew season. But today we're just talking about fall season. How many of y'all are actually holding on to weight in your fall season, or held on to weight in your fall season? Now, sometimes fall season can seem like it's all year, depending on where you are at in the world physically. But spiritually, it could feel like all year, because you could be going through a falling season where it feels like you're falling and you can't catch your break. You can't catch yourself, and it just feels like you're just falling and falling. Everything is falling away from you. Everything is being pulled from up under you. People are going away from you. Things are going on. It's just like a never-ending year. And sometimes that does happen, because that just means you've been carrying weight. You've been carrying all of those weights. Sometimes you can find yourself crying uncontrollably. And I know, like, a lot of people like to think like, oh, that person is depressed. Not all the time. Sometimes it can actually be that you're in a purging season. See, all that shedding, that ain't nothing but fall is a purging season. You cannot put new wine, as the word of God says, you can't put new wine in old wine skin. Why? Because that new wine has no impurities. Okay? It ain't been mixed with nothing. It ain't been put in no glasses. It is purified. And because it is purified, if you put it in something old, it's going to stretch it uncontrollably until it bursts, because that oldness does not have the capacity to hold the new. So in fall season, when you are supposed to be transitioning, when you're supposed to be shifting and changing, and your leaves is supposed to be falling off, and then what's supposed to stay so you can get ready for the harvest season, guess what? That old cannot carry the new. It can't carry that weight. You can't carry that weight. You can't go into a field thinking you finna pick, let's see, my favorite fruit, strawberries. How can you go in a field full of strawberries with a basket full of strawberries talking about, I'm finna go harvest the strawberries I've been planting, and now it's time to reap what I sow? Where do you have room? Where do you have room? I don't care if the basket is half filled. Where do you have room when you're supposed to be gathering freshness? Oh, Jesus. You're supposed to be gathering freshness, fresh fruit that just came up from the ground. You ain't even supposed to be dumb strawberries in that basket. Supposed to have been sold a long time ago. That fruit's not even supposed to be there, and it's starting to spoil. What is it that you're holding on to that is starting to spoil or rot or already spoiled because you don't want to let it go? What is it that you're holding on to that you just need to let go, that God is trying to let you let it go? Embrace the purging of it, because that fall season is the season where you are supposed to gather up your fruits and harvest. But harvest comes with work. How can you work with a weight on your back or on your side or weight? It limits your ability to work at your full capacity. Let me say that again. If you're carrying weight or weights, it limits your ability to work at full capacity. Meaning you're only going to receive limited blessings. You're only going to receive limited things. Why? Because you're still carrying weight. And the only way you can fully receive all that you're supposed to receive in your harvest season is if you let go of the weight and walk away. By now, you should be tired. By now, you should be tired of carrying the weight of depression, the weight of bitterness, the weight of resentment. You should be tired of carrying the weight of that relationship that's not feeding you and growing you to bear fruit in harvest season. You should be tired of carrying that business partnership or that friendship that's not growing you, it's not feeding you, and you're not harvesting anything out of this. See, most of the time we look at harvest as something physical and tangible, but harvest is also spiritual. Or what fruit of the spirit? Kindness, joyness, gladness. What love, patience. What fruit of the spirit are you harvesting, or you're getting ready to harvest? You reap what you sow. Absolutely, you reap what you sow. But if you are carrying weight consistently, what is you sowing? What are you sowing? So, I want you to know that whatever weight that you're carrying, whatever God is trying to shed off, ask Him, is this my fall season? Because I know we all walked into 2026 like, this my year, but maybe for the first quarter, it may feel like fall instead of winter. And some of y'all, it will feel like winter. It'll feel like spring instead of winter. It'll feel like summer instead of spring. So see, some of you, your season will feel a certain way. Some of your, and I won't say feel like that, but you'll know. If you're paying attention to your discernment, you'll know. So what season are you in? And if you don't know what season you're in, I pray that you ask God, what season am I in? If you like this video, make sure you share this video and make sure you subscribe to The HERtalk. Thank you for listening. Bye.